No examinee had ever triggered a divine pillar of light. He summoned it with a cheap street market necklace. A month earlier, he was a broke student drowning in medical debt just to keep his sister alive. But the moment his system activated, everything flipped. While his classmates struggled with basic awakenings, he unlocked the legendary Saint Knight. While elite recruits collapsed in the nightmare trials, he soloed them with S-rank holy skills. This is the story of how a desperate nobody became the deadliest holy knight in Academy history. Drop a like if you're already hooked and subscribe so you don't miss our next manhwa recap. The class awakening ceremony kicks off beneath a banner strung between two ornate pillars. Luo Heng watches Li Jiang herd students toward the arena for their life-changing transformation. The bald instructor drops the truth bomb. This first awakening dictates your entire future. One student screams his dream of becoming a berserker, while another mocks his sheer terror. Beneath the title Eternal, an ornate shield cradles a glowing sword. Three men dive into the game, losing themselves in the bloody euphoria of killing. Armored warriors clash in a dark forest as more players flood into Eternal. A massive green energy beam rips through the city under ominous, swirling clouds. A skeletal dragon soars above a spiked gate, while another figure descends on wings. A horned beast lunges forward as countless monsters surge from the expanding world. Flaming skulls and monstrous beasts crush motionless bodies lying on the asphalt. Monsters burst from the ground near a red rift as people flee in pure terror. Hero stands atop slain monsters as the world shifts to allow leveling up. Joyu reveals to his companions that he transmigrated into this world 1 year ago. A man mourns at a gravesite, haunted by the fact his mother died before he could recall her. Attendants push a gurney carrying Zhou Yun, who suffers from an untreatable disease. Figure bows deeply, confessing he sold their house just to keep his sister alive. Joyu clenches his fist, declaring he must awaken a combat class to save Zhou Yun. Boy unleashes a purple energy beam as onlookers scream that he's a level 24 mage. Li Xiangyang adjusts his collar while the crowd murmurs about his strength and income. Li Xiangyang calls number 1 Zheng Cheng to the class, clipboard in hand. Boy in a purple shirt shouts that he is present as the crowd watches intently. Man observes the glowing magical formation, realizing the ceremony is finally starting. Students stand tense as the narrator explains that only 3 class types will appear. Character lies face down on the floor, muttering that his luck is absolutely rot. Joey stares forward with cold green eyes as a voice calls out number 31. The class representative stands with clenched fists while onlookers speculate about his strong awakening. Man asks Tang Tianjun how many students awaken combat classes during the ceremony. Pink-haired man boasts about his 21 combat class awakenings, while another clenches his teeth. Man with purple hair asks why their class representative remains motionless before them. Sharp objects pierce the man's torn shirt while he remains motionless against the falling blades. Joey demands what happened to his necklace as a golden ornament floats before him. A golden arrow pierces the center of a radiant explosion, sending sparks flying outward. Man stands amid swirling golden energy and shouts that the event was unexpected. Boy stares at holographic screens declaring loading complete and demands to know what a system is. Boy pinches his cheeks and grimaces while heat waves shimmer around him from frustration. Boy stares at the glowing circle and demands confirmation that it is actually a system. Man recalls buying the glowing necklace at a street stall and giving up on testing it. Golden interface displays the activation of protection of the sacred angel and increased light affinity. Hill explains that talents range from F to S grade and connect directly to the appearing classes. Joey stares into the air while bystanders whisper that his failure to awaken is impossible. Golden pillar of light erupts from the ground and pierces the clouds as onlookers shout in shock. Man with spiky hair screams in terror as golden light rains down from the sky. Blonde man declares it a talent awakening phenomenon while a bearded man corrects him. It's class awakening. A lone figure stands beneath a towering pillar of golden light as an ethereal entity descends. Joey stares upward with stunned eyes as a golden-haired angel hovers above the ritual circle. Golden-eyed figure stands in profile against a warm orange glow while white feathers drift past. Man in a white shirt stands with a shocked expression while onlookers look on with open mouths. A winged figure descends with 6 large white wings spread wide as feathers drift downward. 2 hands reach down from above, one holding a glowing orb as a voice declares light is belief. A winged figure reaches forward with an outstretched hand and declares support under the power of belief. Joey gazes upward in awe as a hand bathed in golden light descends to protect him. Boy with spiky hair stands in the foreground as a massive plume of golden fire erupts from his mouth. Man grits his teeth and closes his eyes as flames erupt from his forehead. Glowing character stares forward and declares they will always protect you by your side. Man with glowing eyes screams as golden energy erupts from his body and shatters his clothes. A lone man looks up at 3 glowing golden figures floating in the sky between rocky cliffs. Mr. Lee stands in the foreground while an observer asks him to identify the logos of the 3 classes. Man stares with fearful eyes and stammers that these things are terrifying while asking if it is Mr. Lee. 3 figures clad in golden armor stand amidst radiating light with their weapons raised. Joey touches his chin and lists the titles: Mage of Light, Sacred Priest, and Saint Knight. Man with dark hair faces 3 glowing spectral figures while green flames swirl around the group. Blonde woman explains that the Mage of Light class lacks defensive skills and remains vulnerable. The hooded mage declares that the combat prowess is too weak and relies too much on others. Golden armored knight kneels with a glowing sword and declares he possesses affinity with light talent. Determined determined man thrusts his bandaged fist forward and declares that this path suits him the most. Armored warrior raises a glowing fist and roars in defiance as flames erupt around him. Golden armored figure looms over a crouching man while a massive clock hammer strikes the ground. A white sword strikes the golden chest armor and sends bright sparks flying outward from the impact. Golden armored warrior swings a glowing polearm with blinding speed, creating a radiant vortex of light. Glowing wooden box emits bright light and radiates intense energy as the word empathy appears nearby. Golden armored figure swings a glowing spear into a massive box, creating a brilliant explosion of light. Golden armored figure stands with resolute posture and declares they must pursue justice for their life. Joey stares forward with a cold expression and declares that this is a saint knight. The knight in golden armor thrusts his sword forward, sending a lance of light slicing through the air. Character in a dark shirt stands amid swirling golden flames as their necklace glows intensely. Character stomps their foot on the stone floor and sends a burst of golden energy radiating outward. Boy with spiky hair stands amidst a blinding burst of orange light erupting from his center. Golden armored knight with radiant wings stands amid swirling light as a message announces the Saint Knight class awakening. Kale stares forward with glowing yellow eyes as a sharp aura of light radiates around his face. He crunches the numbers on his new class rewards, while some off-screen voice hypes him up as the class rep. Students swarm Joey's team, each one bragging that their unique skills are a guaranteed ticket to high exam scores. But suddenly a man shoves through the crowd shouting for space, while a shocked onlooker screams for her teacher. The speaker grins, a star glowing in his eye, as he drops the bomb about tomorrow's meeting with the headmaster. Joey locks eyes with his stat window, realizing his attribute spiked and he still has unassigned points left over. Our boy dumps everything in his strength to crush monsters efficiently, and the system beeps to confirm the command. Loading cubes encircle Joey as the system randomly assigns a trial ground perfectly matched to his level. Golden cubes materialize around an object when the system announces an ancient rabby monster is up for grabs. Golden tunnel stretches into the darkness, warning that failure in this trial means straight up real death. Joey stands with grim focus, glowing particles swirling around him in the dim, oppressive light. Alone in a dark cavern, Joey wonders if this desolate space is actually just a mine. The horned beast stomps the ground, sending debris flying as it vows to absolutely crush its target. Joey crouches low, noting his boosted agility and jump power just as an energy arc erupts behind him. Our hero braces himself as the horned beast lunges forward, launching stone shards into the air. The horned beast descends from the shadows, looming over Joey, who spins around to face the threat head-on. Joey grips a glowing sword while a massive, armored horned beast looms menacingly behind him. Joey smirks, calling out that his opponent is attacking way too slowly for him to miss. Clawed hand slashes through the air with blinding speed, tearing a jagged wound across the dark void. Joey swings his blade at the beast, but it dodges and strikes back, slamming pain into our guy. Joey stands amidst fire with his chest pierced, blood pouring down his leg as he clutches an object. Dark pool spreads across the stone floor, while a heavy object slams down with a sharp, final thud. Horned beast raises its tail and roars as the blue-haired figure crouches in sheer fear before it. Joey clutches his chest as golden light erupts, confirming his magic training was spot on. Our dude ignites his body in flames, declaring that even low-grade monsters deserve some respect. Knight lunges forward with a gleaming blade, his green eyes narrowing in pure fury. Joey thrusts his arms forward to generate a cross-shaped energy beam, shouting that it's time to fight back. Blinding white cross of light erupts, scattering particles as intense energy floods the space. Joey delivers a high kick of golden light, forcing the horned beast to recoil from the brutal impact. The horned beast lunges through golden light as the system flashes the blade of pure white skill. Joey drives his shoulder into a stone barrier, shattering it against the wall and kicking up dust. Our boy summons the Tiger Prince skill card, locking onto the instruction to grab and throw the enemy. Golden metallic structure fractures into shards as bright white light pours through the widening gap. Joey drives his shoulder into the dark figure, shattering the stone wall behind him while gritting his teeth. Joey drives his clawed hand into the floor, shouting that he'll tear through this place himself if he has to. Stone-clawed fist smashes the ground, shattering the earth as an orange slash of light streaks across. Joey clenches his fist as flames erupt around him, confidently announcing that the attack is coming. The knight shatters the glowing yellow bars with a shoulder charge, roaring defiance into the collapsing barrier. Joey punches the wolf-like beast square in the face, shattering its jaw and sending debris flying outward. Notification declares the ancient rabbi defeated with an A score, offering stat points or Saint Knight rewards. Joey weighs his stat choices and weapon options while reflecting on his system rewards and current asset. The interface flashes rewards for extra stat points and a basic sword, instructing Joey to make his choice. Joey grips a sword as the floor crumbles and glows, signaling his exit from the trial grounds. Joey steps forward onto the wooden platform while a small creature crouches against the cracked stone wall. Our hero stands on a glowing platform as musical notes rise from the ground and heat shimmers in the air. Joey holds a smartphone displaying a hospital notification, his expression unreadable as he processes the message. An ambulance sits stationary in the shadows, marked by a bold orange stripe and dark, ominous windows. The blue-haired figure watches a broadcast about the Saint Knight's emergence, eyes fixed on the screen. The yellow energy spike pulses through the air as Jo Yun's name is announced as a historic event. Jo Yun greets the standing nurse with a calm voice from his hospital bed. Nurse slams her pen down and demands 10,000 for medical fees, right here, right now. Joey questions the insane cost, while another voice notes that 5,000 is already a massive sum for him. The nurse scolds the patient for excessive medicine use and midnight disturbances, demanding he checked the records. The angry student screams and points an accusing finger, stammering that he's being totally misunderstood. An observer grabs the nurse's shoulder and sneers that poor people should accept their fate without struggling. Mr. Lee demands the woman stop insulting patients while another man smirks at her retreating back. Kale narrows his eyes and presses his lips together, thinking these people are definitely not nice guys. Angry student demands Jo Yun pay his medical fees today as the patient watches in silence. Jo Yi looks sideways and asks who's present, sweating nervously under the pressure of the payment request. An observer offers a business card to the blue-haired person, declaring he's their big brother's friend. Jo Yi grills Jo Yun on their crumbling bank balance, demanding she grasp the gravity of their situation. Zhao Wenbing lunges at Jo Yun just as Jo Yi snaps from the doorway, demanding to know who this intruder is. Stranger bows with polite composure, formally introducing himself as the mayor's secretary, Zhao Wenbing. Jo Yi stands rigid by the door, questioning why a powerful secretary would waste time seeking him out. They seal their deal with a handshake so violent it shatters the ground beneath their feet. Zhao Wenbing suggests a more private location, an idea both Jo Yi and Kale instantly accept. Zhao Wenbing orders Kale to stay put, but Kale insists on accompanying Jo Yi despite the rising tension. Students buzz with excitement over rumors of a hidden class at the second academy, desperate for details. One student flashes a leaked photo, identifying Jo Yi as the center of the swirling gossip. From a diner booth, another student admires Jo Yi's looks while watching him through the window. Jo Yi brushes off his success as luck, but Zhao Wenbing insists an S-grade talent demands more than chance. Zhao Wenbing slides a vault key across the table, promising cultivation resources for the upcoming exam. Kale realizes the mayor isn't being generous. He expects future repayment for that glowing box of resources. Zhao Wenbing drops news of medical support and a high-level priest, leaving Kale feeling completely outmaneuvered. Jo Yi accepts the gift box with his bandaged hand, offering a brief thanks for the gesture. Jo Yi stands beside Jo Yun's hospital bed as she remarks on the sunlight streaming in. Jo Yun eagerly asks if she can cling to Jo Yi as he rises to power. Jo Yi grabs Jo Yun's hair to shut down her nonsense, urging her to focus solely on recovery. Kale touches his chin thoughtfully, explaining the 3 exclusive skills of a Saint Knight. Status box labeled Slow Recovery pops up as an unseen voice declares its activation on Jo Yun. Jo Yi places a hand on Jo Yun's head, enveloping them in warm, radiant golden light. Kale leans back in comfort, comparing the gentle touch to a relaxing hot spring massage. Jo Yi extends his hand toward Jo Yun as golden energy flares around his approaching palm. Jo Yun declares her pain vanished, while Kale explains how the supporter class choice aided her disease. Kale stares ahead with cold resolve, stating that such pain is the least she will ever feel. Zhao Wenbing informs Jo Yi that dozens of universities are fighting to recruit him for resources. Jo Yi asks for names and receives a list featuring heavy hitters like Rong Yang and Chuan Nan. The representative states that top universities recruit solely on exam results, ignoring raw talent potential. Dao Tianfu calmly replies that no expense is too great for a genius like Jo Yi. Zhao Wenbing introduces Jo Yi to the recruiters, while another character promises their skills will speak for themselves. Zhao Tianfu and Li Bing introduce themselves formally, while Zhu Yu and Yu Yuan observe silently. Jo Yi bows deeply to the group, conveying submission as he greets them with polite respect. Li Bing notes Jo Yi's humility and steadiness despite the advantage of his hidden class. Li Bing expresses approval while Zhu Yu and Yu Yuan maintain serious, unreadable expressions beside him. Li Bing cuts to the chase, explaining Rong Yang universities offer directly to Zhao Tianfu. Representative offers 2 million yuan and 3 skill books, a sum exceeding regular monthly incomes. Kale reacts with shock at receiving such high-level resources and exclusive skill books from the mayor. Li Bing smirks with amused disdain, criticizing Rong Yang University for its stingy, insultingly low offer. Chuan Nan representative counters with 3 million yuan, annual skill books, and instruction by a level 56 knight. Li Bing shouts that becoming a disciple of such a powerful knight brings unparalleled benefits. Zhu Yu shakes her head in disappointment, declaring that everyone present lacks true sincerity. Han Cheng representative offers B-class cultivation resources, shocking the crowd with the bold bid. Zhao Tianfu shouts that B-class resources are priceless and demands an immediate answer. The Han Cheng representative pressures Jo Yi to make his choice amidst the thick, suffocating tension. Zhu Yu declines special admission in the hallway, while the man beside her looks down in silence. Jo Yi clutches her chest in confusion, while Zhao Tianfu urges calm amid the crackling tension. Jo Yi declares his determination to enter one of the top 3 universities, no matter the cost. Elite institutions recruit only 1,000 students annually, making admission as difficult as climbing to heaven. Li Bing convulses in blue lightning as onlookers recoil from his sudden, terrifying display of power. Li Bing sneers that the listener lacks the resources to fill 18 years of loss. Jo Yi stands in the rain, processing the verdict that his strength remains insufficient for top universities. Zhao Tianfu roars in anger, his face contorted and surrounded by crackling pink energy. Zhao Tianfu confronts Mr. Zhao's actions on his grounds, while Kale glows with protective purple energy. Zhu Yu considers Jo Yi extraordinary for withstanding Zhao Tianfu's aura for more than 3 breaths. Zhao Tianfu exhales sharply as blue energy surges around his face with cold, deadly intensity. One man turns to leave, while another demands a second chance for the young lad. Zhu Yu states that Mr. Zhao's words hold truth regarding the weakness of humans compared to other races. Kale confidently declares he will prove his strength with exam results as golden wings spread behind him. Kale vows to raise his strength to horrifying degrees within 1 1 month using his system. Pink-haired woman reflects on her disconnection from youthful passion while observing the determined speaker. Pink-haired woman smiles and raises her hand, promising to meet again after seeing his results. Spectators buzz nervously near a blue portal as whispers identify the examiner as Demon Yang. Crowd mutters in disbelief, judging Joey arrogant for rejecting special admission. Student grips another's shoulder in alarm, announcing Joey's arrival to the shocked boy. Joey stands surrounded by swirling golden energy, while 2 men watch in absolute shock. An observer expresses concern that Joey seems different from before while another man watches closely. Jo-yeon trembles before the massive blue portal, whispering about its overwhelming, crushing power. Whispers ripple through the crowd about deadly cat monsters and minotaurs lurking in the dark forest. Instructors' burning eyes warn that death here means real death, urging extreme caution. Gray-haired fury erupts as the timer hits 0, lightning crackling around his screaming form. Blue energy swirls violently as the man shouts for every examinee to ready themselves for battle. An unseen voice commands the 4 motionless figures to enter the map through digital rain. Sun Qiang shatters the barrier to challenge hard difficulty, while Wu Qing dives into the green portal. Staff wielder stands firm as the system flashes class details for him and his 2 party members. Doyu plants himself in the dark forest, his Saint Knight class and nightmare difficulty confirmed by the interface. Adventurers draw weapons as a holographic display projects their party composition and challenge difficulty into the air. Teal-haired student points out Joey, while another explains the insane risk of his solo run. Observers react in shock as Joey faces glowing red eyes alone in the nightmare-level forest. Director Zhan Tao stammers in confusion while the bald man beside him observes with a stern expression. Green-suited man slams the table, accusing Joey of foolishly choosing a solo nightmare run. Teal-haired anger demands Headmaster Luo prevent Joey's death to avoid damaging public opinion. Floating blue cube signals that Joey is ignoring government efforts to cultivate his potential. The bald man calmly assures Director Zhan that Joey must possess a hidden trump card. Red eyes stare from above as a sword slices sharply through falling leaves and rain. Green eyes narrow with intense focus as golden light flickers beneath the man's steady gaze. Golden energy surges through his raised hand and floating blade, intensifying the power around him. Black-clad muscles tense as he raises a massive sword to meet the charging pink monster. The warrior screams death threats as his glowing golden axe shatters the air with radiant energy. Blood splatters around him as he boasts of reaching level 10 with stats equal to level 13. Stone fragments scatter as the staff wielder stands firm amidst the trembling ground. Kel grins with a glowing golden eye, promising to advance if the enemy ceases their attacks. Holy light ignites his spear as the system confirms weapon blessing LV4 boosted teammate attack power. Raging golden flames consume the shattered stone sword, filling the air with intense heat and light. Sacred blessing surges through the glowing axe as the boy swings it upward against the towering figure. He declares his weapon equals 5-star bronze despite exam limits, standing amidst a radiant yellow burst. 3 snarling monsters lunge at the cowering man, their claws outstretched in the darkened room. He grips his flaming sword, declaring his stats set him apart from everyone else in the exam. Golden screens display blade of pure white LV5 as he dodges the attack with shocked relief. Sparks fly as observers note Senior Joe's sharp timing in releasing his skill at the exact moment of attack. Blinding golden energy shatters the void as his blade of pure white levels up to S rank. Debris flies outward as a glowing projectile streaks downward through the cloud of dust. Golden energy explodes from his stomp, shattering the air with the force of pure impact. Spectators marvel at how Joey dominates with the heavy axe, questioning his strength stat allocation. Arms crossed, the man in white demands others notice Joey's exceptional speed during combat. Thoughtful silence falls over the girl as the boy stares wide-eyed at the combat genius's controlled power. Gray-haired frustration clenches a fist as he laments placing a good seed into Class 5. Intense scrutiny criticizes Joey's strong mindset but unwise stamina usage on the first wave. Adventurers note that nightmare difficulty overwhelms even excellent mages due to excessive magic energy consumption. Golden flames wreath the massive axe as its weight crushes the stone beneath the gauntleted grip. Silhouettes loom over the kneeling figure, who lacks the strength to hold his axe against the cats. Agony rips through the character as blood erupts from their body alongside a primal roar. Chaotic swarm of cat-like monsters charges forward, claws extended and muscles tense for the kill. White hair transforms into a massive wolf-like creature, surrounded by 3 other monstrous wolves with red eyes. Golden energy tears through the air as the staff swings forward, sending sparks and debris flying. A heavy boot shatters wooden floorboards, sending a violent shockwave through the ground below. Bright orange energy gathers between his palms as glowing yellow eyes flare with intense heat. He leaps into the air as a massive explosion erupts below, engulfing the space in fire and debris. Yellow energy strikes the baseball with blinding force, sending red shockwaves radiating through the air. Golden energy surges around the tightly gripped sword hilt as the blade hums with raw power. Golden energy shatters the stone beneath his staff as he shouts that he will not yield. A massive golden blade descends toward the purple-haired character, accompanied by a sharp hissing sound. Golden energy erupts downward from the rocky ledge, striking the opponent below who recoils from the impact. Kel stares sharply at the swirling blue energy sphere, his face illuminated by its faint glow. White streaks of light tear through the dark forest as the boy stands motionless before the vortex. He strides through the blue vortex with an axe on his shoulder, declaring it the entrance to the next level. A jagged blue beam shatters the obsidian surface, sending shards flying into the surrounding void. Blue hair stands back to back with a horde of demons, the air crackling with tension and erupting sound. Mr. Lee bellows follows that nobody gets the joke, completely ignoring a spectator's plea to stop blocking the camera view. Young Fei Fei catches Mr. Lee's smirk, prompting director Zhan to cross his arms and snap at her to cut the nonsense. Mr. Lee stifles a chuckle behind his hand, asking if his tell is that obvious while the woman beside him giggles. Joey stands frozen on the ledge as Senior Joe steps into the next stage, hidden behind silhouetted tree branches. Monstrous feline beasts and a towering minotaur push through crackling flames, their glowing eyes locking onto the unseen threat with pure aggression. Joey scans the enemy lineup as blue energy swirls near his eye, realizing the risk of death just skyrocketed hundredfold. Our hero roars and throws his arms up to summon a purple aura, forcing the surrounding monsters to scream in response. The horned beast charges with explosive force, sending enemies flying as it smashes through the ground like a wrecking ball. 4 beast-like warriors conjure orange energy spheres, surrounded by surging flames and dark energy that crackles with raw power. Dark energy erupts from Joey's chest, blasting debris into the air as he stares forward with intense, glowing blue eyes. Black tendrils coil around Joey's limbs, while an observer screams that he's been cursed by the cat monster. Horned beasts charge through the flames as someone shouts about the danger, their forms streaking downward against the dark sky. Joey smiles amidst the coiling dark tendrils, noting that the teamwork between warriors, mages, and healers isn't half bad. Mr. Lee sits with crossed arms and a stern glare, while the pink-haired woman covers her face in sheer distress. The horned beast roars as golden flames engulf its body, screaming that it will consume everything in its path. Joey presses his hands against his chest where golden light bursts forth, while dark purple tendrils tighten around his arms. Our guy holds his hands in prayer as golden flames erupt, declaring that he has summoned the cross of the sacred light. Golden cross-shaped beam explodes with blinding light, shattering the surrounding structure and vibrating the air with sheer impact. The beast roars with extended claws just as a massive slash of light tears through the scene. The golden cross of sacred light shines with brilliance, triggering a skill that rains continuous fire damage on every enemy. Joey stands atop fallen monsters holding a staff, while yellow lightning rains down from the glowing cross above. Zhao Wenbing shouts that this is a grade B area effect skill, shocked by the Saint Knight's true power. Zhao Tianfu demands to know how Joey snagged a grade B skill, realizing this student is far from simple. Joey raises the glowing golden cross high, causing a horned demon to recoil in shock from the radiant light. Our hero stands amid swirling yellow energy and demands the last opponent step forward, his bandaged arm glowing with power. The horned beast roars as a massive demonic visage appears behind him, activating his berserk and superior body skills. Massive stone surface fractures and crumbles under violent impact, sending shards flying as the ground shakes violently. Joey leaps forward with a spear, shattering the stone beneath him as a purple energy blade erupts from the ground. The horned beast lunges with a massive weapon, while Joey braces his stance and grips his staff as golden energy flares. Our dude executes an air slash that cleaves the ground, sending a massive shockwave of golden energy downward amidst exploding debris. Joey drives a sword into the ground, unleashing a blinding burst of golden energy that radiates heat with violent intensity. He dives through the air with a glowing blade, slicing downward as a massive beast bellows in pure pain. Joey, wearing a metallic mask, takes a hit from an intense burst of golden energy, sending shockwaves through the air. Our hero leaps into the air and swings a flaming spear downward, shouting that the target has thick skin. He descends in black armor with a glowing yellow blade, shattering the brute's weapon and sending sparks flying everywhere. Golden energy blast erupts from the ground and shatters the surrounding stone, sending debris flying into the air. Pale, monstrous figure emerges from a dark void as white shards fly toward it, while a blue-haired character watches in silence. Joey steps forward gripping a sword, his leg raised high above a bloodied body as debris flies through the air. Our guy delivers a powerful kick to an opponent, sending sparks flying with a loud, satisfying crash. Joey stands with his back to the defeated enemy, looking up at a swirling blue vortex forming above him. Spectators shout in awe, praising Joey for his incredible strength and combos as the atmosphere crackles with excitement. The VR player stares at his phone in shock, shouting that the second stage took only 59 seconds. Zhao Wenbing claps and smiles, remarking that it's hard to believe this student awakened their class only a month ago. The recruitment teacher extends his hand toward Li Bing, demanding that it's time for their fortune to finally return. Li Bing notes that the academy's best student took the 721st spot, suggesting Joey might elevate the second academy. Zhao Wenbing points upward and demands why Joey didn't rest before entering the boss's room. He shouts that losing advantages due to improper status recovery would be a huge loss, while another man disagrees. The golden top 100 medal hangs above reaching hands, while the crowd clamors to enter the district as top performers. Joey slides down a massive slanted wall, shouting that the intruder must pass quickly, as a shadowed entity identifies him. The Minotaur King roars with bared teeth, demanding that no one dare step into his palace, radiating pure menace. The Minotaur King raises his massive mace to strike, declaring they are prepared for death, as Joey braces himself. Beam of radiant light pierces the sky, accompanied by floating text boxes declaring blessings of dawn, courage, and God. Stone-skinned character with glowing red eyes stares forward as sparks fly, demanding that the little cow stop. Joey stands amid swirling golden light and raises a hand to call out that they are over here. The golden notification box declares that all buffs have activated for the Saint Knight initial form, as bright light flares. The purple-skinned demon bears sharp teeth in a ferocious snarl, while a human hand grips the back of its head. Joey charges forward with glowing energy surging around his form, as the sound of rushing wind fills the air. Our hero thrusts a glowing spear upward into the purple monster's chest, causing sparks to fly from the brutal impact. Golden slash erupts, shattering the tower's surface into a storm of glowing fragments. Sukang blocks the descending axe, betting his flesh can tank 4 stacked buffs. Muscles scream as Sukang strains against the impact, barely holding back the erupting golden light. Golden energy blasts outward, launching purple shards and debris from the shattered surface. Joey drives his spear through the monster's chest while the beast roars in pure shock. The Minotaur King bellows that no one can halt its rampaging surge of power. Joey braces against the ground as a massive purple energy sphere crashes down from above. Purple energy slams into the stone, sending rocks flying alongside a deafening, earth-shaking roar. Light pierces the crumbling structure, turning rock to dust and rippling shockwaves outward. Immense force pulverizes the metallic structure, cracking the trembling ground beneath the violent explosion. Sukang clutches his chest, realizing his armor saved his bones and spotting the next move. Joey declares this the spear of victory as golden energy radiates violently from the blade. Minotaur King charges through explosive light, vowing to crush anyone standing in his way. Joey realizes the king is too strong, implying the examiners must have hidden another path. Sukang swings his sword, shouting he spotted the Minotaur King's lagging agility during their clash. Golden Claw strikes forward, demanding rapid multi-angle attacks to trap the target tight. Violent impact erupts against the purple surface, blasting a blinding starburst of light and debris. Golden mana flares around the Minotaur King's fist as the system screams a critical low mana warning. The beast roars that this resistance is trivial, even as it shudders under a massive chest explosion. Joey crouches before the blast, calculating precise timing amidst flashing low mana alerts. Joey dives through the air, shouting he'll fail the exam now that his mana is drained. Joey grips the magical book, admitting they avoided big moves but now have zero choice. Joey leaps with no time to spare, while Sukang braces against exploding yellow energy. A golden burst detonates against the sky, illuminating a standing dark silhouette nearby. Joey leans on his sword as glowing text announces the nightmare dungeon and exam are complete. Sukang stares in disbelief at the SSS clearance, screaming that he has secured first place. Joey throws his arms up in triumph, shouting success as snowflakes drift gently around him. Shadowy hands press against Joey's back, reminding him of crushing debt and family pressure. Joey clenches his fists, vowing to grind combat skills since he can't boost his stat. Joey stares forward with intense focus, daring his opponent to show absolutely no mercy. Joey stands in the rune, declaring he must outwork everyone to seize this slim chance. Kale declares his resolve won't waver, keeping his heart unshakable despite the crushing pressure. Joey announces it's time to return as yellow energy surges around his body near the portal. System flashes level ups, forest items, strawberries, and a Minotaur enchantment boosting item strength. Joey stands amidst floating cubes and blue energy, staying calm with his bandaged left arm. Spectators cheer for Senior Joe, calling him a god and hailing his absolutely amazing performance. Joe Yun flinches in shock, screaming God Yi with wide eyes filled with sudden panic. Joe Yi snaps his head around as a sharp sound cuts violently through the air. Zhao Tianfu declares clearing nightmare difficulty in 10 minutes an unprecedented honor, predicting Zhou Yi's huge potential. Zhao Wenbing smiles, replying he's overpraised as a spirit face declares his bright future. A massive blue mechanical wheel spins violently, tearing through the stone floor and crushing debris. A sleek blue vehicle speeds past the stunned crowd, who shout that it's a priceless magic car. Director Zhan holds the door, stating results take 3 days while Li Bing urges immediate rest. Modern building marked with a red cross emblem looms under a heavy, cloudy sky. Zhou Yun stands solemnly in the corridor while Zhao Wenbing arranges her deluxe suite care. The nurse greets the man warmly, and he states he brings good news for Zhou Yun. Hand presses number 20 on the display as someone asks if the exam results were excellent. The nurse shivers in the cold mist, asking if they turned the air conditioner way too low. Gale stares upward at jagged blue energy shards, whispering in frozen, absolute shock. Joey stands before the shattered glass as a bandaged nurse gasps and demands an explanation. Jagged blue ice crystals pierce a screaming figure, shattering around them in the frozen cavern. Gale's eyes widen in horror as he screams for Zhao Yun, trembling with sudden desperation. Zhu Yu reaches toward the vanishing figure, shouting in shock that Mr. Zhou is leaving. Zhou Yu braces against encroaching ice shards, eyes wide as cold crystals shatter in a blinding flash. Man smashes the icy wall with his staff, shouting for Zhao Yun amidst exploding ice shards. Gale's eyes widen in shock as he stares at the impossible sight, his breath catching in his throat. Figure lies motionless on jagged ice, while another stands in a green circle under streaking blue energy. Ice Dragon smashes into the chamber, sending stone shards flying around Zhou Yi. Zhou Yi pulverizes the ice wall, roaring that nobody better block his path. Jing screams for Zhou Yi to stop as her body starts to fragment before his eyes. Zhou Yi pulls golden energy into his fist, while the dragon lets out a deafening roar. Zhou Yi squints, asking if that glowing figure is actually Sis Qing. He warns them that careless attacks could shatter Zhou Yun's heart in an instant. Zhou Yun's cold disease freezes everyone solid on the icy floor. Qing channels green energy to suppress the chill and orders an immediate evacuation. Kale screams in pure anguish, demanding to know Zhou Yun's name right now. Zhou Yi explains he's powerless here without a high-level priest. Kale turns to Chui Lai Na and states he finally understands the situation. Kale stares forward and demands immediate access to the system. Zhou Yi commands every single skill point to upgrade slow recovery. Frame flashes showing slow recovery, enhanced all the way to level 10. Golden light surges outward from Zhou Yi's body with explosive force. Jing declares this healing skill just surpassed a level 23 priest. Zhou Yi unleashes a massive blast of golden light onto the fallen figure. Zhou Yi orders Qing to summon a priest, but she reports none are available. Zhou Yi promises an unconditional favor in exchange for a high-level priest. Qing stares back in absolute, stunned silence. Zhou Yi channels yellow energy directly into the fallen figure. Kale realizes the cold aura is already affecting the outside world. Zhou Yi erupts with golden energy, demanding no one stand in his way. Blue energy rift tears through a skyscraper as day instantly turns to night. Zhou Yi stands tense amidst the shattered ice fragment. Zhou Yi unleashes a spectral blue dragon straight at his opponent. A green energy sphere shatters the icy ground beneath their feet. Golden light explodes as green beams crash violently into a blue barrier. Zhou Yun writhes in agony, screaming that the pain is completely unbearable. Zhou Yi screams for absolutely no one to touch her. Zhou Yi streaks forward, shattering ice shards while a creature watches closely. Chui Lai Na summons green energy and commands them to come forward. Figure wielding a green spear faces off against a massive spectral dragon. Zhou Yi flies backward as a green blade strikes upward with lethal precision. Hooded figure summons another spectral dragon using a green staff. The robed figure plunges forward with an enchanted quill, shouting to go. Figure watches a crystalline entity struggle within a shattering green barrier. Chui Lai Na's eye glows as a powerful shockwave ripples through the air. Dark-winged figure whips its tail down, erupting in bright green light. A sphere of blue energy erupts violently from the water's surface. Zhou Yi smirks as intense green aura erupts around him. The robed figure holds a staff as another asks if it is finally done. Figure in green identifies Zhou Yi amidst the vibrating power. Figure slides across the blue surface as green energy strikes the ground. Chui Lai Na introduces herself and Zhou Yi greets her politely. Chui Lai Na states Director Zhan asked her to treat the sister. Zhou Yi asks about his sister's disease, and Chui Lai Na explains it's a bloodline awakening. Zhou Yi shouts in distress upon hearing the truth about the bloodline awakening. Warriors with racial traits fight fiercely in a fiery dimension. Groom marries a bride with cat ears, illustrating the loss of traits. Hooded figure explains the severe risks and rewards of bloodline awakening. Chui Lai Na explains the girl's body simply cannot handle the freezing bloodline. Hooded figure notes the freezing lotus's rarity and its sky-high auction price. Mage declares the sister will fail to suppress the cold in 3 months. An unseen voice tells Zhou Yi that sealing the bloodline prevents leveling up. Zhou Yi completes his daily mission by swinging his weapon with precision. Zhou Yi wipes sweat from his brow and demands stat points from the system. Zhou Yi allocates most stat points to time to secure his daily quest reward. The teacher crowns Black Horse the victor, while screens blast Zhou Yi's divine awakening as undeniable proof of his destined rank. News feeds explode, confirming the top-class status just as the teacher claimed they predicted this outcome all along. That green-suited teacher tells reporters he already advised the government to pour massive investment into Zhou Yi. Adventurers argue over potential cheating, utterly shocked that a Saint Knight could solo a nightmare realm. One man screams that the recordings are real, while another gasps in pure terror at the displayed power. Amidst cracking ground and swirling magical symbols, Zhou Yi demands to know how many buffs his weapon blessing granted him. A red-cloaked figure watches an animated battle on TV, a small silver robot standing guard nearby. Kale reclines with his torso bare, admitting his opponent was faster than him. He leans forward with a sharp grin and glowing red eyes, flames flickering dangerously behind him. Kale roars that no one dare steal their honor as a sword tip ignites with golden energy. Jing declares he's courting death, an explosion erupting behind her as she lounges on the couch. The park path sits eerily still, empty of people among the trees and benches. Zhou Yi stands frozen on the cobblestones, 3 yellow shards of light hovering above the ground. Sweat streaks down his face as Zhou Yi stares in shock at 2 massive government transfer notifications on his smartphone. He asks Secretary Zhao what's wrong, but the voice only promises 5 million cash and a mansion for his performance. Kale narrows his green eyes, demanding someone else join the call. He declares no ride is needed since recruiters have already arrived, a single leaf drifting down behind him. A Rongyang recruiter shoves a card at Zhou Yi, prompting him to spin around and question the university's intent. Li Bing sneers that Rongyang University better remember Zhou Yi's arrogance, while Zhao Tianfu stands calm against the sky. Zhou Yi climbs toward a hovering helicopter as Li Bing argues Zhao is fired and offers 4 million yuan. Modu recruiter shouts that his university will double Yang Yang's conditions, demanding everyone leave as Zhou clenches his fist. Zhou Yi locks eyes with the pink-haired woman behind him, declaring in shock that he'll be taking her. Chui Lai Na descends on a massive pink blade, shouting they lack Qingjing University's permission as Sun lies motionless. The pink-haired woman whispers that Mr. Zhou gets great cultivation resources for 4 years, keeping him tense. Chui Lai Na embraces Qing, magical energy erupting around them and obscuring their faces in blinding light. Sumei shouts that kidnapping is useless and demands they put the man down, while an observer mocks the chaos. Su Kang recruiter offers greater resources and golden equipment annually, shouting over the pink-haired woman in the foreground. The Su Kang recruiter steps forward, wooden stakes shattering beneath the impact of their movement, near the pink-haired woman. Joey stands silent with head lowered, while the pink-haired woman clasps her hands and demands he make a choice. Sume introduces herself as a Su Kang recruitment teacher, laying out the university's strict ranking system and past achievements. She points at the man, demanding Miss Sun ensure harder work, while the recruiter rubs his forehead in frustration. Joey weighs the similar conditions from all three universities, wondering which one truly suits him best. Pink-haired woman declares her choice, leaving an observer shocked and Sume watching with wide eyes. Joey stares at Sume and sharply commands that she attend Su Kang University. Su Kang representative produces a special recruitment contract with golden script, drawing shocked reactions from the onlookers. Joey glares coldly at the young man who summons a glowing staff, shouting about high-tier maid skills. He questions Miss Su's level, remarking she looks young despite being a level 42 second awakened mage. Joey scribbles on a scroll, declaring he can get stronger faster, as Sume comments on his burning desire. Golden magic circle materializes in the darkness, its geometric lines and glowing runes pulsing with raw energy. Joey watches the spell activate as the word fulfilled appears in light beside a glowing golden circle over an open book. Sume holds the scroll, informing Su Kang she'll give him a week to pack, while questioning the early semester start. He raises a finger, explaining that special recruits must accept highest degree cultivation to boost strength for the National Freshman Exchange Contest. Joey stands near a building entrance as two figures approach through the dark trees under dim lighting. Ching pushes wheelchair-bound Jo Yun through a grand room, while Jo Yun exclaims at the sheer size of the space. Joey crosses his arms as Jo Yun hovers above him, shouting about the nano-sensor caretaker machine, while Secretary Zhao explains property details. Secretary Zhao smiles and turns to leave, but Joey calls out, insisting he wait for request. Joey asks someone to look after the weak Jo Yun, and Ching, seated nearby, smiles and agrees it's her honor. Through the car window, Secretary Zhao instructs that Jo Yun must take weekly pills from Priestess Chui and undergo daily checks by Sister Jing. Jo Yun gestures wildly, shouting unintelligible words as a small angry symbol floats beside them. Kale grips Jo Yun's jaw, holding her in place while telling her he hears her despite her pained struggles. Ching asks if this is Joey's first long-distance travel, and he replies yes as they sit in the car. Joey stares forward with a serious expression, warning Ching that she needs to be prepared. Suddenly, Joey turns his head in confusion as surrounding lines blur to emphasize sudden movement. The yellow car flies through the air above a glowing blue magic circle, buildings blurring into motion lines. Bright blue energy blast erupts through stone, sending rock shards flying outward into the darkness. Ning University City floats suspended in the sky, surrounded by smaller structures and swirling blue energy field. The yellow car rockets through the sky inside a swirling blue energy vortex, a purple sound effect vibrating against motion lines. Joey clutches his head, shouting that teleportation was unnecessary, as he realizes large universities fall under military control. Inside the car, Ching explains that Su Kang University built a large-scale teleportation array near the school for safety. Joey stares forward in shock, a bead of sweat rolling down his cheek as he whispers that this is actually happening. Joey declares the scene of misty cliffs and ancient pagodas absolutely ridiculous. Students and monsters walk through the massive open gate at the entrance to Su Kang University, heading toward the campus grounds. He barks orders at his crew to check in, jabbing a determined finger forward. Lethal purple energy beam shrieks past Joey's bandaged, outstretched arm. Liu Jing screams that it's over as he watches a body go flying backward. Jing snaps out a precise, devastating kick aimed at an invisible threat. Pink-haired woman snarls that she won't talk, unleashing a violent magical pulse. White-haired figure warns the four men that this kick is their final warning. Onlookers mutter that Zhen earned his beating for harassing juniors as he lies stunned in the dust. Kale realizes she carries a demonic bloodline, noting such lineages are common in University City. Jing tells him not to sweat the diverse bloodlines among students and faculty. Joey reassures Ching he holds zero hostility toward demons who side with humanity. Ching conjures golden fire to flash her student ID, while Li Bing watches in shock. Joey scans the glowing card and sharply demands to know its ranking or score. An unseen voice booms that Joey ranks number 1 as the term's strongest freshman. The voice announces that rankings will shuffle after a freshman competition in 1 month. Ching warns that everyone will target Joey, but he confidently refuses to surrender his spot. Ching calmly shifts topics to the score system while Joey watches with serious intent. Dark vortex swirls, displaying items freshmen can buy with their hard-earned scores. Silhouette breaks down the dual systems of score missions and performance-based ranking awards. Sume warns Joey to stay humble amidst 5,000 students clawing for top ranks. Sume approaches a small figure on the ground while 3 others watch in silent tension. Ching explains the Goblin Dungeon realm opens for levels 17 to 21 near a portal. Second realm twists into a distorted forest, while the third manifests as fiery purgatory. Spirit creatures soar above glowing glass training chambers bathed in colored lights. Jo Young glares at 2 shadowed figures leaning over a tablet in tense silence. Joey observes the clash and concludes that strength dictates authority and survival at Su Yu. Joey firmly declares that he loves this ruthless system. Li Bing greets Sume, who thanks him and takes her place beside Joey. 7 characters stand in a rigid line on a reflective surface, thick with tension. Zhang Fei whispers about about the teacher leading him, prompting Zhou to question if it's backdoor entry. Wang Li explains that special recruits get personal teachers to help them adjust. An unseen voice demands Qing reveal the composition of Su Yu's informant network. Zhou confidently states his rank as the district's first-place level 13 Saint Knight. The crowd erupts in shocked disbelief, shouting that the situation makes no sense. One observer questions how a support class topped a berserker, while another notes his celebrity looks. Qing clutches her chest and screams that she is the top freshman with desperate urgency. Kale stands rigid in heavy silence as the pink-haired woman presses against his chest. Zhou grits his teeth under intense physical pressure, sweat beading on his jaw. The man shouts that the first-place title is fake while observers watch in shock. Liu Jing looms over the group while Kale stands defiantly with crossed arms. Liu Jing challenges the target to a fight, suspecting they lack the strength for proper appraisal. Purple-haired student demands they waste no time on private duels as tension spikes. Kale raises a hand to reassure the group, while students shout that ranking first is impossible. Liu Jing demands to use Zhou Yi as a stepping stone, dismissing the Saint Knight class as weak. Zhou Yi questions why he should accept the challenge, while the other offers 100 scores for a win. Kale smirks confidently in the dim light, while his companions look on with amusement. Zhou Yi smiles coldly and declares he'll be cruel to make an example of his opponent. Zhou Yi states there are 300 points on the line, while Qing stands beside him. Zhou Yi stares forward with sharp resolve and declares he will fight. Kale grits his teeth in pain and sweat while clutching his injured arm. An observer breaks down the score situation, while others question if Zhou Yi is foolish. The pink-haired woman stands calm as Kale recoils in shock from a sudden force. Kale narrows his eyes in intense concentration as sweat drips from his face. Zhou Yi accepts the 300-point bet and orders them into the ring while Kale taunts his opponent. Zhou Yi smirks and demands no ring, noting the opponent has guts. Zhou Yi smirks and declares he'll lose if his opponent doesn't fall in 3 moves. The voice counts down 3 seconds for a non-lethal bout as spectators watch from below. Kale and Zhou Yi lock eyes in a silent, tense confrontation. Kale smashes through the floorboards while shouting he yields to no one. Kale declares punishment knights excel in damage and promises an easy victory through rapid attacks. Sweat flushes Kale's face as he announces they proceed under the crowd's silent gaze. Qing demands recognition while preparing for action amidst surrounding sparkles. Qing leaps and slashes downward with a blood slash that erupts crimson energy around Zhou Yi. Kale lunges forward and commands his attack to fall, while red energy crackles violently. Zhou Yi glares with a glowing green eye as a red aura erupts from his arm. Kale recoils violently from a sharp impact that sends sparks flying. A rooftop observer watches the ground crack and debris fly from the loud crash. Jagged rocks fly through the air as white streaks mark the violent impact. Kale collapses to his knees, coughing dark blood and gasping for air. Zhou Yi dismisses the fight as boring, disappointed his opponent cannot withstand a single hit. Kale and Liu Jing kneel together in the snow under heavy silence. Li Bing reacts in shock as Sume reports Liu Jing's broken ribs and requests healing. Zhou Yi accepts the card as a voice announces the transfer of 300 points. Jing clutches her chest in shock at the vast strength stat difference. Jing strides forward with a commanding gaze that shifts the air into tension. Zhou Yi turns and seriously asks the figure beside him for a match. Zhou Yi activates a targeting reticle and expresses desire to test the legendary grade equipment. Jing stares forward with golden eyes and calmly agrees after viewing the sword's stats. The hovering device descends toward 2 figures on a platform while shadowy silhouettes watch. Zhou Yi holds a massive glowing hammer as the system announces his acquisition of the Mystic Light Warhammer. Li Dongsheng notes the freshmen are fighting immediately while Sume questions her presence. The spherical robot hovers and shouts the event has begun as its thrusters ignite. Zhu Yilaina swings a lightning crackling sword and screams they will destroy everything. Zhou Yi swings his hammer and unleashes a golden typhoon smash to knock the enemy back. Golden serpent coils below a swirling blue vortex as purple strokes slash through the chaos. Zhu Yilaina unleashes a purple energy wave that violently flings another figure backward. Zhu Yilaina unleashes a demonic slash while Zhou Yi remarks on the monstrous strength. Kale grins manically into the golden light and laughs that the power is finally his. Zhou Yi leaps forward swinging a golden axe and shouts he found a worthy head-on opponent. Zhu Yilaina commands they go again while unleashing a streaking burst of energy. Kale launches upward in yellow energy and collides midair with Zhu Yilaina's violet lightning. Zhou Yi braces against a massive sword strike as purple energy swirls around him. Zhu Yilaina's purple energy wave collides with a golden explosion and sends a body flying. Beam of light shatters a blue hexagonal barrier into 4 white explosions. The crowd stands in shock as Zhou Yi questions if this is truly a student fight. Li Bing predicts the swordsman will lose soon, while Liu Jing questions the apparent parity. Zhu Yilaina raises her sword to block while employing enhanced heavy weapon combat strategy. Zhou Yi lunges and delivers a powerful punch that sends his opponent flying backward. Zhu Yilaina dodges the warhammer and counters swiftly, while Zhou Yi roars about unchecked power. Zhu Yilaina grips her glowing sword and unleashes a powerful strike that tears through the air. Kale stands surrounded by a golden aura and declares he is done warming up. Golden box labeled Gift of God hovers beside Zhou Yi as flames erupt nearby. Zhou Yi stands amidst golden flames as status windows display his acquired gifts. Golden beam erupts from the ground and blasts outward with massive impact. Zhu Yilaina strains under the overwhelming pressure of the surrounding force. Zhou Yi thrusts his glowing fist forward and summons the Spear of Victory. Zhou Yi executes the Phantom Slash and moves rapidly forward with flaring purple energy. Zhu Yilaina braces against the ground as a golden beam shatters the stone before him. Zhou Yi smiles with confidence and states he knew the other person would use that move. Zhu Yilaina reacts in shock as a golden energy beam strikes their face. Zhou Yi delivers a powerful kick to the ground that that radiates bright yellow energy outward. Juilina squeezes her eyes shut in pain while clutching her throat. Joey asks if the opponent wants to continue with calm intensity. Joey leans on a shovel in the snow and breathes heavily against the cold. Joey faces a floating woman who summons yellow lightning and declares his aggression futile. Juilina smiles brightly and admits her secret was discovered while refusing to use her trump card. Juilina holds her phone and challenges the recipient to a spar after seeing his exam video. Joey stares with wide green eyes in sudden shock as his pendant catches the light.